Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about my first experience as donating plasma. So I have watched a lot of videos about donating plasma in the past because I always told myself maybe you should, maybe you shouldn't. And then actually a year ago I drove to the location to donate plasma, and at the last minute I was like, I can't do it. But lately I've been thinking about it and I was like, you gotta try. You have to do it one time and then see how that goes. And it wasn't that bad actually. So I'm not making this video to try to push people to donate, but just to give my honest opinion about donating plasma, as I was really scared. I'm this kind of girl that every time I do a blood test I just pass out. I can't win, and I was like, I'm gonna try and we'll see how that goes. If I pass out, then I will never go back again. Surprisingly, I didn't pass out, and it was actually much easier than doing a blood test. So I went to BioLife Plasma in Orlando. They had some kind of coupons that if you donate 8 times in a month, you will get up to $800. So I did this. So I got there at 4 p.m. They give me some kind of tag to say that it was my first time donating, so everybody will know. I checked in and then I waited in the waiting room for about 20-30 minutes before somebody came. The girl came and she told me to follow her, and I followed her to the nurse. I sat down and they were checking my veins to make sure that it was all good to do, so they wouldn't have to waste any time. So this took about 10 minutes probably, and then the nurse was like, okay, so it's a little bit small, you need to hydrate more, but it will be fine for today, you're still good. And so I went in the line to do the checkup, you know, when they poke your finger and then check your blood to see if it's all good. And I waited a little while for that because the line was really long and I was really surprised. It was probably, the whole process lasted about 3.5 hours, and I probably saw over 100 people there. It was crazy. So after I did that, the girl told me that I would have to sit down and wait for my physical to see the nurse. So I waited for a good, another, I don't know, 20-30 minutes until I saw somebody. Then I finally saw the nurse, and she was basically checking everything on me to make sure that I was in good health. And then she explained to me how the debit card process works. So basically they put the money into a debit card and then you can, you know, take it out wherever you want to at the ATM, or you can buy things with it. It just worked like a regular debit card. You put a pin, and then after that she just bring me back and she told me that I will be on top of the line, and that was still a lot of people behind me, but she said because I'm the first time, you know, they're gonna take me first. So then I waited for the nurse to call me, and then, you know, I just lay down and I just waited. Because it was my first time, he basically explained to me the whole process, like how it would do it, when it would do it. You know, I needed to have 826 milligrams taken out. So he said, you know, whenever you get close to that number, you'll be able to follow it, when you have to hold your fist, all of this kind of things. And then he said, because it's your first time, we're gonna keep you an extra 15 minutes after to make sure that you're okay. Surprisingly, it did not hurt me when they put the needle inside of me. I don't know, maybe I just become brave because I've been thinking about doing this for a year now, and I was like, just do it, it can't be bad. And the only thing is it started to get really cold. So it's really strange because the way it works is they take your blood and then they recycle it and take the plasma out of the blood, and then they start putting the blood back. And when they do so, it starts being really cold, and then it gets hot again when they take the blood again. So it was really strange, and I was really freezing. I think I started to feel really dizzy when I get to like 650, 70. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it anymore. And then I was like, oh, you're almost there, you can do it. So then I just waited, and I was like, oh, you probably have 5 more minutes of doing this, and that's it. So I waited, and after it was done, you know, they unplug everything out of you, and then he told me just go sit down here for 15 minutes, make sure you're okay. And honestly, I waited so long, like 3.5 hours for the whole process. I was like, oh my gosh, I just want to go home already. But I waited 15 minutes because, you know, I just wanted to make sure that I was fine too, because in the past I have fainted after a blood test. But you know, when you're about to faint, you just feel it, and I felt fine. I felt like it was gonna be fine, that I can walk, I can do everything still, but I guess they had to do that, so I just waited. After this 15 minutes of waiting, I just asked somebody, hey, can I go home now? And they were like, oh, do you want to schedule your next donation, or do you not want to do any anymore? And I told them like, yeah, we can schedule another one. what about Saturday? So you have to leave like 24 hours between. So for me it was going to be 48 hours, and I thought that it was perfect, even if maybe I should have done Sunday, but I don't think it makes really any difference. So I just asked the girl, I said like, oh, when is the best time, you know, to come, because obviously I don't want to be in the line forever. And she was like, you know, if you come early in the morning, it's not going to be that bad. So I was like, okay, so I will come early in the morning, that way it's done. And then she was like, you know, just make sure you drink a lot and you eat quite a bit so you will feel good. And that was pretty much it. So my experience overall wasn't bad at all. Like, I was expecting way worse than that. You know, from the minute that I passed the door, like, there was always somebody to help me. Sure, you have to wait, but I mean, there is a lot of people and they're really, really busy, that I understood, and I just waited anyway. But the way that they explained the whole process, I was really surprised. And again, this is BioLife, so I assume it's a good company. That was the closest one to my house, and honestly I was really satisfied. So I don't know if my goal is to donate plasma 2 times a week. I don't think I can do that, but I'm gonna try to do it for the whole month for the promotion, and then see if that's something that is still easy after so many weeks. Maybe I will do an update. But I'm gonna go on Saturday morning, and then I assume, because you have to leave 7 days, that either I will do Wednesday or Thursday next week, and then possibly I would change from Saturday to Sunday, so that way it will be Thursday and Sunday. I think it will be easier. I think it's a really good way to make extra money and help people. So for that donation, I got $90. As soon as I was donating, like, I already had the money into the card, so you don't have to wait that long for the money to come. So that was pretty good. But I would definitely recommend to drink a lot of water. Like, if you can, at least like 2 like big bottles of water, because I drink only 1 and I felt like I could have drank more. And possibly, you know, take some kind of like jacket with you, even if it's extremely hot in Florida. Take some kind of jacket with you, or take like a blanket or something. I'm definitely gonna do that, and possibly some headphones or a book or whatever you want for like this about 40 minutes that it takes to donate. Alright, so that was the video about donating plasma for the first time, my first time experience. And if you have any questions, just let me know. If you like the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you for some more. Bye.